This story is for my sister, from my heart. I imagine all the time what my life would have been like had you been in it. I love you always. A life remembered. I've lived a good life.
OZIE Turner whispers, leaning back in her armchair. The California sun filters through lace curtains, dappling her weathered hands as they rest atop a leather-bound journal, a lifetime captured in its pages. Triumphs, losses, love. She exhales, closing her eyes as memories begin to flow backward, unraveling the story of her.
I remember the night they honored me.
She muses, a wistful smile curving her lips.
The applause, the standing ovation.
The year is 2000 and we're at my career celebration. The rhythmic clapping fills her ears again. That night, the world of Black theater acknowledged her. She had carved a path in cultural storytelling, taking the stage in Harlem's historic theaters, Toronto's vibrant arts district, even the cultural heart of Accra. She still feels the weight of the award in her hands, the coolness of the polished surface reflecting a life's work. But the true prize was not the trophy. It was the young actors she mentored, the stories she told, the legacy she helped preserve. She exhales, eyes fluttering closed. The scene shifts. A different memory takes shape.
David,
She whispers.
my love. Eh,
And now it's 1975, and a love story swims into the spotlight. The scent of candle wax and roses, the low hum of a jazz trio, his warm, calloused hand in hers. Their wedding day was like a dream. She and David had built their lives on the stage, their love growing in the wings of theaters, whispered between rehearsals, deepened with every performance. 7 years together, 7 years of adventure, until it ended too soon. She still hears the phone ringing, still remembers how her breath caught when she answered. A car crash, a life stolen. Silence louder than any stage had ever held. She had thought she would never find her voice again, but the stage, their stage, had saved her. Every role became an offering, a tribute to what they had built. Her hand trembles slightly as she reaches for the next memory.
Cassandra,
She murmurs.
the baby sister I adored.
It's now 1962, and there's a baby sister arriving. She had been 6, peering into the bassinet with awe.
Is she ours?
She had asked, fingertips brushing against the baby's cheek. Her father had laughed, pressing a kiss to OZIE's forehead.
She's your sister, Z?
From that moment, she had vowed to be the best big sister, just as Gwen and Joanne had been for her. The Turner house was always filled with music, with laughter, with creativity, and an adventurous spirit flowing through them. A loving and close family indeed. A warm ache fills her chest, but the past keeps pulling her deeper.
Daddy's camera never stopped clicking back then.
She recalls, chuckling softly. In 1958, all she could recall was being a child adored. Her father's camera caught everything. The way she toddled after her sisters, the way her mother's eyes shone with pride. The city of Los Angeles was their playground, the backyard a world of imagination. Extended family was all around us, and the cheek pinching was at an all-time high. She can still hear Gwen's laughter as she scooped up Z and twirled her through the air. Feel Joanne's gentle hand in hers as they wandered the yard, renaming everything 'cause Z always said it wrong. She had been so loved, so cherished, and yet something tugs at the edges of her mind, a shadow, a moment she cannot quite reach. Her breath hitches.
No, not yet.
The reality of 1956 and a loss too soon. The warmth Z felt disappears. The memory shifts and begins to wane. She is in the hospital room now. This memory is too faint to take shape. It is a story told in hushed voices, in the love lingering in her mother's eyes as her own eyes barely focused. Her mother, young and radiant, holding her newborn daughter, her third child, named for a grandmother whose love spanned generations. Her father beaming, his hands cradling her tiny form. And then, the cough. A woman in the next bed, feverish, struggling to breathe. They had shared a room because that was how it was done then. No matter that one woman was there to heal and the other to bring new life into the world. The fever came swiftly. The doctors did what they could, but it wasn't enough. 2 weeks. That was all OZIE had been granted. This life, the one she had just relived, the one filled with love, with music, with family, was no longer hers. It was never hers. She turns to the last page of her journal, tracing the name written there in careful script. OZIE Doris Turner. But in reality, it was her headstone marking her plot at Forest Lawn Cemetery. She is a whisper in the wind, a missing piece of a family's heart. But she is never forgotten. Her parents still live today, still carry her name in their hearts. Her sisters still remember, still wonder, still miss her. She may not have lived this life, but she lives in their love, and that is its own kind of forever.